about Mexico?
If there's no more funds being directed to people who are not citizens, will we benefit? Because let's keep it real. A lot of African Americans, especially males, are able to get their OSHA 30 or able to get construction jobs, being that there's a drought as far as immigration workers.
No, I agree.
So not everybody got a job now. Everybody got a lime green shirt and a hard hat.
You gotta. Well, see, all right. So in this instance, like if he was to cut the medical, the welfare fund for immigrants, would it help us more? Right. That was your first initial question. I would say no. It doesn't matter because the system is always going to be the system. It doesn't matter who's the president. It doesn't matter who's in charge of. The system is gonna always be the system. The moment we realize that is the moment that we will better ourselves. We keep looking for someone to come and save us. So each election, each presidency, we're asking a new person to come in and change everything for us. It's not going to happen. Like we just had a black president. Like nobody finds it weird or odd that we had a black president for 8 years and no one ever asked for reparations. But now that we have these new influx of Democratic presidential candidates, and we're all asking them for reparations when we just had a black president
that could have gave it to us, was in a better position too, because he's more he's more relatable to was supposed to be relatable to
because when he was black, and two, he was the actual president, right? So we're not trying to elect him based on the fact he was already elected.
Yeah,
no one finds that weird.
I mean, I do find it weird. I mean, my political stance is, trust me, I get in arguments all the time, but nobody, like even when the discussion with the Trump situation, and I had jobs where I was working for housing.
Of course, I seen it too. My man.
And like people will call and ask me, oh, well, what's going on with my application? And you have young single black mothers on the waiting list for a long time. And then you have immigrants that come over here and don't have to be legal and could apply. Yeah, so that's why I feel like if those people were denied, the actual residents will have a better opportunity because it'll clear the lane.
So that's something that is true.
Yeah,
that is an
and people actually getting mad at Trump, but I feel like because our parents, our grandparents, oh, that's not fair. These immigrants come over here and they get all the benefits, they get this, that, and the third.
Huh?
Now that Trump is actually putting that shit to power, that's not right. What about these Mexican kids? What about
hold on. What I walked up on, yo, I went to the bathroom, came back. Hold on.
All these black kids that's in the
Stop
system
it, yo.
Everybody took away from their parents.
Everybody
over
eat,
some
B.
bullshit.
Everybody eat. We supposed to be the richest country in the whole motherfucking planet. Everybody eat, B.
You get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I'm in agreement with you. Because
now the waiting list ain't so long, and black women and children aren't homeless anymore, and have to compete with motherfuckers who don't even live here.
You can't say anymore because it's still going on.
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying.
It'll be
because if you, this is what you're saying. Ultimately, is something that
and that's less. I pay taxes. That's less taxes going to benefit immigrants.
You don't know where
to help my people.
Do you know where
check? It shows you.
Do it show you? It's going to. It says it's going to Miguel and Maria. That's
no, but it's going into that system, and it's being appropriated as such. When I get my fucking tax, it says New York, whatever, however it goes. It tells you
your money going.
Yeah,
but I'll say this, right? So I'll say this.
My shit help single mothers that were born here, that go.
I agree.
You know, that came from slaves from here. Then somebody who's
I'm in agreement with you. I'm in agreement with you because what you're saying ultimately isn't new. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson been saying for years. You know what I mean? This is not a new thing that I see. My man was working for he was doing construction, and one black construction worker can be 4 Mexicans.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like that's crazy.
You
know what I mean? So I just think for us personally, we just got to stop taking on everybody else's fight.
Yeah.
And start learning to fight for ourselves.
Yes,
you know
because
what I mean? So,
we sit here talking about our children. While our
look,
children
I ain't want to get her revved up and all that.
Yeah, like I really hate how hypocritical we are. Like we see.
Yeah.
That's why I said everybody eat, B.
Y'all want to come
Everybody
here.
eat.
Like nobody's forcing you to be here. Y'all choosing to do this. And then in the trails, they starving and hungry, but they got up out their beds to make that journey. And if you look at it, them detention centers, whatever you want to call them, are way better than the EAU, them shelters. We don't eat. I went through the shelter system. We didn't even get blankets.
Right.
We didn't even get a fucking decent meal. We had to wait and get, we
So
didn't get that luxury. Them motherfuckers got luxury.
You saying that they get treated better than people?
That's going through the shelter
I ain't
system.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. That shelter on Bedford and Atlantic. That shit is like rock. That shit is like Rikers Island. And that shit, I ain't gonna lie.
Niggas got
that shit really did.
We are citizens.
I ain't gonna lie.
Pay
That
taxes here,
motherfucker
had
is
jobs
real.
here, and all of that. We didn't see none of that. None of that.
That shit like Rikers Island.
And that's taken away from the pie. The pie is split less.
No, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. See, this is the problem that we have too. Okay, so like you said, right? These people are fighting their way to make it here, right? Yeah. Which is true. Now, the only thing is, this country has destroyed those countries and created the environment that makes them want to get out their bed and come over here. See, so it's a double-edged sword. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I always say to people all the time, like, remember when the gas prices went up high as shit? When the gas shit ran out and nigga was long ass lines and motherfuckers was fighting each other on the line and niggas' cars was running out of gas online and niggas was trying to run, get in the barrel, trying to fill that shit up and niggas was scrapping and all that shit. And you know, I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. But see, here's the thing. Now, everybody's against the war in Iraq, right? Everybody was against the Gulf War in Kuwait and all that type of shit, right? But niggas was upset when the gas ran out.
That's a fact.
Right? Motherfuckers want to eat strawberries and shit in motherfucking January. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? So it's this, see, so now we live in a country where a motherfucker want to eat strawberries in January, but then he want to cry about what America is doing. You know what I'm saying? In those Latin American countries. So how the fuck you gonna eat them strawberries that you eating while you fucking complaining? You know what I'm saying? So niggas need to start really realizing some type of geopolitics or some shit and start understanding what the fuck you really ask for. Because you want them to not go to war, but then you don't want your gas price high. Nigga, man, you gotta make up your mind. Yeah, it's one or the other.
Yeah, just like the immigration shit. Y'all sitting here crying for little Mexican babies, but they get mad at when your fucking food stamps is cut in half.
So it's either hold on. So it's either food stamps or Mexican babies.
You want food stamps?
Yo,
you want food stamps out the
don't do me like that.
And OSHA's 30. Do you want your OSHA's 30 or do you want these motherfuckers to come over here and take your job? Because they working under the books for penny and a dollar.
Man, nah,
you getting the whole check.
Nah, man,
They'd rather pay
we got enough for everybody. Everybody eat, B. Everybody eat,
I'm
B.
just saying. Yo,
everybody
I love this conversation, yo.
Lay my man off. They told him he, you know what I'm saying, he was working for Mexico.